Doing the work, rebuilding my life, um, I do understand all the research I've done that we are only doing the best we can in life, and that goes for everybody. It may not look like it's very successful, but we're doing all we can do. But for many years, I just felt broken. I didn't know what to do about life. I was angry. I I was demotivated. I didn't want to do anything. That's all I wanted to do was drink, get away from how bad I felt, and I didn't want to go to work. I dragged myself out of bed in the morning to go to work. I wasn't showering. I was picking yesterday's clothes up off the floor, looking for the least creased clothes that I could actually put on, so it wouldn't maybe look quite so bad. Um, the problem with it, it just gets worse. You feel like you're nothing. You just there's nothing good in life. I told my doctor how I felt, and I basically said what I was going to do, or what I was thinking about doing, which again wasn't real. I wasn't I wasn't necessarily going to do it, but we discussed it, and he decided he'd put me on antidepressants, and it didn't work out because I was drinking quite heavily on these tablets, and in the end, I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't think properly. I couldn't function. I mean, it was difficult enough before, but now it was ridiculous. My consumption of alcohol, where it had been very high before, it had dropped because I think my tolerance to it had also dropped. I know I'm reading about these tablets after the event. It says, moderate alcohol consumption, which is nowhere near what I was doing. Life had become a real chore. I didn't know what to do. And without thinking a lot about suicide, it didn't really cross my mind that often. When I did feel very low, there really was a couple of things in my life that really was, well, how can it be explained away to these people? Not my immediate family. They could have basically done one as far as I was concerned. I didn't think they were supporting me in any way. But then I don't think I was telling them how I felt about life. So when I went to my coach for him to teach me how to coach, we discussed passive suicidal ideation, and I'd not heard of it before. But in essence, it's what I was doing. It was only ever going to end one way. I was not sleeping. I wasn't eating properly and hadn't done for years. I wasn't exercising. I was drinking lager, not water. I was fueling myself, if you call it fueling, on sugary drinks and sweets when I couldn't be in the pub. Um, and I was angry. I was stressed. Everything about what I was doing in life was driving me into an early grave. And in the end, that is what happened. And I don't think I really cared. I'd had enough. Probably for me, I think I discussed this with my coach, and this isn't right for everybody. This is not the same for everybody. What I needed was a complete meltdown, breakdown, before I decided to change my life. Almost dying is more than likely, and this sounds really weird, it's more than likely one of the best things that ever happened to me. A friend of mine who unfortunately had cancer, his wife explained his predicament, his situation to him as, it's like a reboot. What I had at 40 years of age was a reboot in life, and understanding that, I was so focused on what I didn't have and what I wanted. I wasn't focusing on what I did have. There was no appreciation in my life at all. I couldn't see any. So if anybody is in this depressive state, then, it's been going on a long time, because it went on a long time for me, but I just laughed it off, and it got harder and harder and harder. When I say laughed it off, I drunk it off, basically. I sat by a bar on my own in the end, basically just saying, give me drinks, just give me drinks, give me drinks. Friends of mine said, if they didn't get out by midday on a Saturday afternoon, there'd be little point. They might as well come out at 4:30, because they get no conversation out of me. I don't think I had anything to say to anybody that anyone really wanted to listen to in the end. It was just complaining about life. And, I wasn't part of the social makeup, the whole pub thing